There's someone we haven't talked about much on our show. But what do you remember about South Central Cartel's come up?
Not a whole lot, dude. They came up not directly from me. They got signed to Def Jam, I think it was another label. They I don't recall them being independents here in the city. They may have been, I'm not sure. I don't recall that. At some point in time, I kind of not really backed away, but I was more focused in the nightclub business. So some acts from the 90s and even the 2000s may have gotten by me. I knew of them. We may have crossed paths at some point in time, but I can't tell you their history because they weren't in my time frame.
You know, you mentioned Def Jam, and that's funny because he brought up Def Jam during our conversation on my channel with Havoc. But he said something that I've also heard in the past. He said that the West Coast saved Def Jam Records. Def Jam was going through some really hard times. They weren't selling records like they used to back in the 80s, and they started signing all these West Coast acts. Montell Jordan, we all know the song, This How We Do It. Warren G was on Def Jam. South Central Cartel, we just talked about that. Domino from Long Beach. Ghetto Jam is about to slam. J.O. Felony, I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? These were all on Def Jam, and they said that Def Jam West Coast acts saved Def Jam.
You know what? Because I believe because every song you just named had a dance groove to it, man. A lot of your New York songs did not give the dance floors a whole lot to work with. And that's when clubs were pretty prevalent back at that point in time. I mean, I love Public Enemy. I ain't never played the Public Enemy a song in the club. I've never played a couple of Jay-Z songs. Okay, played a couple of Jay-Z songs in the mid 2000s, early 90s. Run DMC first came out. That, you know, it's like that. That could do a little something, but it didn't have that real swing to make you just want to get out there. It's a b-boy song. The early New York songs, Grandmaster Flash, Figure 5, all dance floor. Sugar Hill Gang, all dance floor. President, Soul Sonic Force, all dance floor. LL, dance floor. LL gave you something to work with. Okay, Headsprung, a few of his songs gave you something to work with, and even LL influenced World Class Wrecking Crew.
What?
Yeah. LL influenced World Class Wrecking Crew.
Break it down.
We were coming back from Oakland. We just did the gig in Oakland. We drove to Oakland, and we were driving back, and we heard "I Need Love" on the radio. And I told the fellas, we need to do us a slow song. Oh man, nah, dude. We can't sing. No, we ain't got to sing. Then later on I played them floaters. So I Need Love was inspiration, and Float On by the Floaters was the prototype. And that's how you got Lovers. That's how you got Turn Off the Lights. Turn Off the Lights is only an updated version of Lovers. Both of them were big hits for us. Before Turn Off the Lights came out, Lovers was our most popular song. Bigger than Juice, bigger than Surgery, bigger than anything we ever did. It got us on the radio. That got us gigging. That was our closer, was Lovers. Then it became Turn Off the Lights. Turn Off the Lights got so big, people forgot about Lovers.
Yeah, I just realized those are literally the same cadence and everything. It's Float On. They're introducing, hi, I'm such and such. I'm a Gemini, all that. I just realized that.
It worked the first time, it's going to work again.
That's hilarious.
But by the time we did Turn Off the Lights, we had got more proficient in the production. Dre got more solid in the production. And we had started not really sampling, and we started doing the interpolation. That's how you got that beat from New Birth. And it worked for us because the kids never heard that beat before. And that's something that people have to understand. A lot of what you heard, I grew up on, but y'all, to you, was brand new. I grew up on most of the stuff you heard on Snoop's first album. I can tell you where it came from. Most people have already, but that was because you did not hear it. You only heard it for the first time because you're 12, 13, 20 years old. The song is 35 years old. Your mama know the original. And that's where you see a lot of these YouTube videos. People you got an older guy with a younger girl, and you hear this intro coming on, and you know, and all of a sudden you think it's gonna be one song, and he go one way and she go another way.
Forgive me if I asked you this before, but who did the beat for Turn Off the Lights? Was that you?
That was Dre. Dre did the lyrics.
Beat was crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's a beautiful beat.
Yep, he did the beat. I did the lyrics. I wrote every word, everybody's part. That was one of the few songs I wrote totally by myself.
On a napkin, 30 seconds, right? Isn't that crazy how the best stuff comes out really quick? Not 30 seconds, obviously, but really quick is what I mean.
Yeah, it was one of the things that I could not stop writing that damn thing. I couldn't stop if I wanted to. My brain got so rewired to finish this song in the parking lot of the Compton SWAT meet.
Rajmir Jones says he heard it for the first time on KGFJ. We talked about obviously Greg Mack and how important he was over there at the other station. But what can you tell us about KGFJ?
Shit, I tell you everything. What you want to know about KGFJ? KGFJ was was one of the first black stations in Los Angeles. They played the soul. They played the R&B, because there's a difference between soul and R&B. Let's get that straight.
Break that down.
Soul music is like Johnny Taylor. It ain't blues, but it got that thing about it. It got a little country thing to it. Al Green is soul music. Ozzy Brothers is R&B. Okay, gotcha. Al Green, it's something different about Al Green's beat. Al Green's beat is a time.
You feel like you're in church, hence the soul.
Right. Okay, it's different from soul music and R&B and the blues. All three of them are black genres of black music. They all kind of complement each other, but they're all different. The blues, soul, and R&B. You can tell them apart if you play them together, but you have to be old enough to understand that, and that's the difference.
Yeah, sorry I cut you off, but talk to us about KGFJ, man. Let's break them down.
KGFJ was a small station right there on Wilshire, and it was on Wilshire for a while. It was on La Brea for a while, and I grew up on KGFJ. KGFJ was the station that brought out all the DJs to all the sock hops back in the day. We grew up, we had a ton of sock hops. Sock hops was parties you had in the gym. You had to take your shoes off, because back then, nobody wore tennis shoes to a party. Everybody wore hard-soled shoes. And them cheap-ass hard-soled shoes from Tom McCann and Kenny's, if you try to dance, you're going to mark up the floor. The floor would look like an intersection after a street takeover. So they made us take our shoes off, and we danced in our socks. They called them sock hops. And KGFJ was a major provider